All right, everyone, we are completely ready. So give your hands up in the air to hype up DerrickGnC and Sharkcat87. So take it away, Derrick.
How's it going, everybody? This is DerrickGnC, and I will be doing the last half of Darkness, the 35th anniversary edition, but I will not be doing it alone. Sharkcat, say hello.
Hello, everybody. I'm Sharkcat87. I run a lot of horror games, including this one. It came out this year. Had a blast routing it and running it with a little small community. Very fun. So excited to show that off today.
There you go. And time will start as soon as I hit easy mode. So let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Let's have some fun.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you. I was gonna say, do you want to give a little bit of history about this game? It's a remake of a classic that's you might have a little bit of history.
So I haven't played any of the original games, but from what I understand, yeah, it's a remake of the 1989 Last Half of Darkness, sort of old school 80s adventure game, but remade, in 3D, somewhat of a, not really like a platformer, but I mean, we're gonna kind of make it a platformer, of course.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so you're just very focused on grabbing certain key items and then using those to progress. We selected easy because they're basically the same, but it's just on normal. You have to actually select the correct items from the inventory and use them on certain things, where on easy you just interact with the thing and it puts the right item for you. So it just speeds things up a little bit.
Yeah, that was when I first started running this game, that was my first issue. I was like, man, I see no changes of inputs from Sharkcat. How are they getting the items right every time? Turns out I was playing on normal.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it, yeah.
So this game is really interesting in the fact of that I am not a spooky gamer as a whole, just not my general genre of choice, but getting to play this game really is really an interesting challenge, because we're going to do some really cool glitches, including one coming up. We are going to skip over this doorway. There, did I get it? One more, I think.
Wait, that letter there.
I like how he's just still talking to you. Nice.
Yeah. I'm just over here standing on his head, and we're just like, excuse me, we're just gonna squeeze in through the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, I could explain that glitch really quick. So that's like the main glitch for this game is the infinite jump glitch. So basically, when you pause the game and after you unpause, there's a very brief amount of time where you're grounded again, or you have the ability to jump, and you can buffer these infinite jumps on the pause screen. So that's why you're gonna see Derrick pause the game, so you can jump, pause, jump, and you can just repeat that indefinitely. And as you can imagine, it's very useful.
Yeah, I like it. It is really kind of a cool thing. And now we grab some matches and we're immediately just run through here. I think this might be, if you're like jump scariest part of the run, and I'm gonna try to avoid it. Avoided one. Let's see if I can get the other one.
Nice.
Oh, I'm gonna be super real with everyone. First time that I have done that one.
They gotten on both of them. Nice. Yeah, so there's actually 2 different cutscenes there you have to get around, and you have to get around them on the way back too. So nicely done.
And we're just, the best way to deal with spooky hallways and scary ghosts is by just simply ignoring it. There was something throwing knives at us down there, and we're like, we're good. We're just gonna, not acknowledge it, just kind of keep walking. It's fine.
Yeah, there are some enemies that will roam around at different points that can run into you. Sometimes you can get a little unlucky with those, but for the most part, we can just, run past everything.
Hopefully I got far enough into the room. I did.
Nice. Yeah, we want to jump over a cutscene trigger there and hit the next checkpoint. Otherwise, we have to watch the entire thing. Or if we miss it, we gotta, go all the way back.
Yeah. And we're gonna jump into the Avengers. Okay, hi enemy, bye enemy. In my notes, I literally call this the Avengers hole because that is the if we can get it.
Yeah, so we're trying to do a really big sequence break here. The infinite jumps can be pretty difficult to, string back and forth, especially while moving, because you have to, repress like moving forward and all this stuff every time you're jumping. So we picked up the fire box. We need the ice box as well, and you're supposed to do a really long sequence of doing a whole bunch of other things that we're trying to not do, but with being able to infinite jump, there's a hole in the ceiling, so we can just go out of bounds. The annoying part here is that there are these like pieces of wood above you, so sometimes they kind of block you.
I'm trying to get it. Might have to re-land, and this is I think I would argue the worst one.
Yeah, this one can be pretty difficult. Like I said, these things like blocking you here can be pretty annoying. Nice, looks like you got up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the idea here is the room that has the item that we need has holes in, some of the like walls and the ceilings like higher up, like places you can't get to normally. But so we're trying to get above these wooden walls here and then go over to that part of the level, just drop in, grab the item, and then we can just, quit out and leave this area. But yeah, it's definitely like kind of like a rhythm you got to get into to string a bunch of these jumps together. So getting like a chain of them can be kind of difficult.
Oh,
yeah.
I went to the wrong area. I went wrong section. Turned around a little bit too far.
Yeah, the nice thing about the infinite jumps too is you can kind of get around wherever you want as well.
There we go.
Good for backups and things like that.
There we go. Sorry about that. And then we get the ice box right down here. And then we can just simply ignore the spooky things that are happening and just reload.
Yeah, there actually was a pretty cool route where we would like hit this load zone trigger through the floor from out of bounds. That was pretty cool. But then we figured out that you could just reload and it's way faster. Also, yeah, the trigger for this is very weird with making the wall disappear. I don't really know why it's like that. Another hole in the ceiling here, so of course we can immediately go out of bounds.
There we go. We love opening up the menu. We're just really into it. We're enthusiasts for it.
One of my favorite things in the game.
There we go. I tell you what, one time I tried to do this and I just could not get that door open.
Yeah, that trick is a bit finicky for sure, especially like trying to get around you can like fall too, and it makes it like harder to get over the door. It can be a bit awkward. So right here, there's a character Sarah that we're mostly trying to ignore because there's some cutscenes triggers that you can run into, but we do need
there we go
an item in this bird cage here, so we're trying to grab it without activating any of the cutscenes here.
Or running into the curtains. That has never happened for me. When we see the spooky things, we simply ignore it. I've got a knife! And then we can head back out through here. I would argue that this is a really good point. If host has anything you'd love to say, go for it.
Sure. Mostly I'd like to say that it actually scared me a little bit. Starting the game up with the little ambiance that it has, that was pretty spooky. I made sure they turned it up so I could hear it.
Oh, I didn't go. Okay, I was like, I've never actually taken that death there. That's because I normally go over the ledge normally.
Yeah, this is one of the parts where the enemies being random can be a factor. Like sometimes that guy can just kill you there if you get unlucky. So it happens there, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that jump is also a little bit weird sometimes for sure.
There's the coin.
Yeah.
I was like, Where's the coin?
There we go. Yeah, so the reason the icebox thing is so important is because you're supposed to do a whole lot of other stuff, like lots of backtracking. You know, like an adventure game, you know, walking around, trying to figure stuff out, doing puzzles, that kind of thing. But being able to get both boxes means we can get both coins right away, and that's important because both coins are used to get past a wall later that we need to get through. So this means that with all this routing, all these skips and out of bounds you've seen so far, we only need to do one trip through the mansion here before we go outside and go do everything else.
Yeah. And I'm going to be super real. If you see me pausing, it is honestly, I am scrolling my notes down. I have notes that I have been keeping. So
yeah, for sure. That's good. Yeah.
This is the type of game that I'm like, I want some notes, and I'm going to do this so that I don't mess up more than I'm already going to. I have definitely messed up occasionally when I'm playing this game. I'm like, all right, I'm so far in the weeds.
Yeah, there's lots of items to collect. You know, there's lots of things to remember. There's some puzzles as well. So I always pull up my notes for this puzzle coming up here because I have not memorized the solution.
Yeah, if you see me going up, right, I have not decided to go around the bend. I'm just reciting the puzzle solution because it is our favorite type of puzzle, a sliding puzzle.
Oh boy, my favorite.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, it's funny because, yeah, the way we solved it is I found a tool, I think it was on GitHub, where somebody had made a solver for these, and I put in, you know, the tiles and everything, and it generated, you know, like the optimal solution and everything. So we were able to get it down to, like, where in theory you can't do it in any less moves than this. But yeah, like, same for me. Whenever I do runs, I'm always looking right down on my notes, and I'm just, again, we haven't written out the directions you need to go, so it's like, you know, I'm not gonna say them. I don't want to like say other directions and mess you up. You know, I didn't want to be like, oh yeah, you know, it's up, down, left, right, whatever, and you're like, where?
It's the equivalent of reciting numbers while somebody's counting.
Exactly.
But that wasn't bad. That was a nice slider puzzle. I always like, I'm able to do the last two because clearly you just go left. But I love like looking at the picture and being like, okay, cool. This means somebody to someone. Because I'm gonna say I've never played this game vanilla. My first interaction with this game was speedrunning it. And so just looking at it going, could not tell you the beginning of the story at all. Excuse me.
Oh, this is a pretty funny skip. So there's some dynamite you're supposed to pick up at some point casually to blow up this wall, but it turns out there's a little bit of piece of collision missing on the left side, so we can kind of hop through.
Yeah. If you see a wall, just simply say no and walk around it. That's like the whole ethos of this game. Just simply walk around it. It's fine.
Or go through the ceiling.
Yeah, that's also an option. Just go through the ceiling.
Oh, yeah, so we're using the syringe on this guy, yeah.
We're not going to talk about the single time that I completely missed doing that, and I was like, what am I missing?
Yeah. Oh, wait, you got to grab the crowbar too, right?
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah.
All good. Again, that's why I have it, you know, the notes and everything. Like I said, it's a ton of items to grab and everything. Yeah, so normally here, if you don't use the syringe on that guy, he just kills you if you try to grab the crowbar. Even if you try to grab it, like, through the wall. Like, we've tried to find a way to skip the syringe, but he just messes you up. Yeah.
And then my favorite part. So, how's everybody doing? We can't speed this up that I know of. There we go.
Yeah, unfortunately, in theory, you could actually grab that axe through, like, the other wall, but I don't think it spawns in until you use the really slow, you know, crowbar animation, so.
I love speedruns that sometimes you stop. You just simply stop doing anything. They're good times to, like, you get a quick second to stand up, stretch, hydrate. If you're in a marathon, go check out the donations page or the schedule page. Go do that right now. Those are big things to go do during a marathon. I'm a huge advocate of that one. And then we go. You can technically move through these screens. I am not that skilled. There are many things I'm good at. Moving without being able to see where I'm going is sadly not one of them.
Yeah, it is a bit difficult, especially because you can still move the camera, I think, while you're doing it. So if you move that on accident and then you don't know where you're going. Oh, this skip is also extremely funny. You're supposed to do another pretty long puzzle to get an item that opens that brick wall, but there's like a certain spot you can touch the loading zone still.
Who was that man? I have no idea. What was he doing? I have no idea. I'm gonna assume digging a grave seems how we're getting his shovel. But we're just getting a shovel.
Yeah, out of context, it's super funny. Just hitting him with that. But yeah, we need an item that's buried here, so we need that shovel from him.
Yeah. And then as soon as it leaves our inventory, we can just reload and immediately just be like, all right, we're good here. And then we have to take this man's key. Where did you drop it? There you did. The key
likes to
floats.
spawn mid-area.
Yeah, I've definitely had a couple of runs where it just spawns like halfway through the ground.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit funny how it spawns sometimes. So this is a gas skip here. We're supposed to grab some gas in the swamp, and again do some more puzzles. Instead, we're gonna infinite jump to just get over the wall because there are conveniently some holes in the ceiling here. I was gonna say we actually do have a category without infinite jumps, and you can still grab this item without infinite jumps. There's just a different route out of bounds you have to go through.
I've got through here. Where is it at? Oh, here it is.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I've been through here. Wait a minute. Is there a secret non-patch? No, just kidding.
All right. Very nice. Yeah, so we're grabbing this flour. So yeah, we need a few different ingredients to make this mixture in a lab that we're going to be going to in a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I would argue the flour, the lab is, for one specific reason, my least favorite part of the game.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I agree.
All right, so now we're going up towards the well-looking thing, right? And there's an empty plinth with candles. This one? No, it's this one. Is that the door? Yes.
Yep. Yeah, here we're doing a thing called fuse skip. So again, we're supposed to have a fuse. We're not gonna grab it. Now, unlike the other skip we did, where we kind of just hit the loading zone through the wall, this one you can't do that. However, you can get behind the wall and then touch it. It's a little finicky to touch it. Like to get into it the exact way. There you go. Nice.
Oh my god, that is the fastest way I've gone through there.
Very nice. Yeah, if you don't get it, you like slide all around. You gotta like do all these backup jumps and stuff. But that was very good.
This way, isn't it? Yes.
Yep.
No, it's not. It's the other way.
Oh no, you were there. Yeah, it's just at the top of the stairs, and then you jump up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is also a pretty huge skip, skipping a bunch of other puzzles and stuff. It's where the dude that we attacked with the axe, this is where he lives, his quarters. But we're finally gonna use those 2 coins that we got in the mansion. So we got a heart item, and we need to get some blood from it. So naturally we find a blood extractor machine, I guess. But yeah, that's the whole thing, is we're skipping the entire area, putting the coins in. I think this is probably the biggest, I don't want to call it like a lead, but like basically a lead for a skip in this game would be skipping both these coins. Like if you could interact with this You could also skip a whole bunch of other stuff too.
Okay, we've got it. We get to reload. Every so often, it just does not want to let me reload.
Yeah, oh, it's because whenever you get items and like the inventory thing pops up, it doesn't let you reload. But when you do those like double backs, like if you load the menu twice, it then does let you do it. It's like really weird. But yeah, that's how that works. Because otherwise, yeah, like it just like you open it, you're trying to like press it, and it just doesn't let you do it.
I will say, I love how this game doesn't have... we have the flashing lights warning just for the jump scares. I don't think it's got the... I don't think it's got the flashing lights as much a lot of other games. Plinth was it? This plinth. Okay. Hey, buddy. If we see a spooky thing, we just simply say... no, and go around it.
All right, now we're gonna get to see that lab we were talking about.
Yeah. We are going to go down here. Game. Hello, game. Here's the loading screen. Everybody enjoy the loading screen. Thought there was something on the other side of that door. And this is arguably my... I would argue the my personal least favorite part of the run.
Yeah, we have this blood cell puzzle. So we got the heart, turned it into blood. Now we need to turn it into items called dark cells. I don't remember what it means exactly in the game, but basically you have to get the counter where it says 0 to 20 up to 20. If this blue thing touches any of your cells, it just kind of deletes them, and you can get like multi-hits in where it just shreds the counter. The movement's very awkward. Like sometimes the cells will move at different speeds. I don't really know why. I thought it was maybe like the closer you get to the blue thing, they go slower, but that doesn't always seem to be the case. Yeah, yeah, it's just it can be super rough.
This is the part of the show where we go, all right, let's read something, please.
Yeah, we got time to read something or say anything if you got it.
Yeah, the sound effect for falling down is great.
Yeah, and especially once you get hit more than once, it just goes down and down, like overlaps.
It is the "you're too slow" from Sonic. You're too slow.
I'm sorry about that. I was muted, but you know what's not muted is your all's encouragement and enjoyment for donating to community. If y'all would like to donate, it is speedromizer.live/donate, and we do have a couple polls ongoing for tomorrow if you'd like to affect those runs. We have Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. You can select a character between Sonic, Ray the Flying Squirrel, and Mighty the Armadillo. Ray the Flying Squirrel is winning with Mighty the Armadillo behind. Also for Jade Cocoon, you can choose the character name. We got more than a few options here. Currently leading is Bartholomew. Let's see, Metal Gear Solid 3, or Solid Snake, we have got choose category between European Extreme, all Keratons, and very easy. So Keratons, as I understand, are the little frogs. So if you'd like to see some frogs, make sure you get those donations in. Thank you so much.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, we made it past the mini game. You have to interact with this paper to trigger something else to happen. We need to go back up to Sarah's room again. We did those jumps over the bed. Before you interact with that paper, it's still in the same state it was before. For whatever reason, you got to interact with that, and then it changes because there's a key card that she has up there for the lab. to get to the final area of the lab, and then to be able to go to the final boss and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Which the
Get
final
some-
boss is really, in my opinion, actually really, really clever. Because I don't think I've seen a boss fight that is like that. And I'm not going to spoil it, but if you're a fan of spooky games, you have seen this type of mechanic, but not in the way you're thinking.
Yeah, and I think the boss has had a bunch of tweaks since this patch. So I actually haven't played a lot of the newer patches. It's been down patching new runs and stuff, but I believe they've actually done a lot of like balanced changes for that as well.
And we're gonna ignore the Twilight credits music. We're just gonna keep walking. Tell me that does not sound like it came from like a 2000s YA rom-com sort of situation.
Not gonna disagree with you for sure.
So we got the key card. We're getting out of here.
Yeah, pretty good luck on the enemies here. Sometimes they can. I have died in this segment going down to the basement if a bunch of enemies spawn, but fortunately we didn't get a bunch of them here. Reloading the gun with full ammo is also pretty funny.
Hey, I had 8 rounds. Thank you. No. I just love the whispery, spooky things going on, and I would like to believe our character's just like Mr. Magooing his way through there going, no idea what's going on behind me, but I am not into it.
Must have been the wind.
Yeah, exactly. And now we're just dropping things in a vial to make a medicine?
I honestly don't remember. But we already know the passwords. That's also good, so we can just enter that.
It's Ivarg, you know? Well, everything we've seen, it's Ivarg. You know, that one thing. Will
Yeah,
I
so
get
here-
the... I didn't get the skip. I thought, oh no, I did! Yep, here's the flashing lights. I unfortunately didn't get the skip fully, so we just get to sit here and take that, but normally you skip it, so that's why we have the flashing lights up.
All right, final boss. The first thing we're gonna do is not fight the final boss.
What's our mantra for the run? When you see something spooky, just walk past it and go, no, not really. Like when somebody comes to your door and tries to sell you something. Not today, thank you though, maybe later. For sure. And then we get to interact with the computer, and we get to play Dead by Daylight.
We sure do.
When I first seen this mechanic, I was like, this is Dead by Daylight. And I like this mechanic as your boss fight mechanic. Oh, first try on all of them?
Nice.
What is this? Runner luck today? Yeah, no thanks, I'm trying to quit. And time.
GG.
I think that might
Very
be a
nice.
PB for me. I'm gonna be real with you.
That's awesome.
We can check that, but it'll be great.
Well, it looks like
And then we get to hear this
QMUNITY
great cutscene while we're doing our exit outros. So Sharkat, where can people find you, the one who knows more about this game than I do?
Yeah, I like I said, I do run a lot of horror games. You can find me at twitch.tv/Sharkat87. That's what I'm gonna be doing. But yeah.
Although I do feel a bit
Awesome.
strange.
If you like watching other speedruns, randomizers, or speedruns of randomizers, you can absolutely find me at twitch.tv/DerrickGnC.
My notes may
Do a lot of
underestimate
runs
the
for different
importance
things,
of
including a lot of marathons.
upside down.
But yeah, honestly, big shout outs to my lovely wife who has taken our kids out of the house so that I can do this run. and basically allows me to do any of the speedrunning things that I do by taking them out and doing things with them. So yeah, big shout outs to all of the marathon staff as well for allowing me to do this run and allowing this game to be in there as well. Yeah, otherwise, go check out the donations page. Make sure to hit your incentives and targets and bid wars. Go do those. I believe you can do multiple at a time. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, go check those out and check out the schedule, see what's coming up, and tell your friends about this amazing charity and this amazing marathon. So I think that's all for me. I don't know about you, Sharkcat, but I am good to go.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, great job on the run. It was super cool seeing you do it, and make sure everyone sticks around for the rest of the marathon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you so much, Derrick and Sharkcat. And just as it may have it, we have Sharkcat coming right up next with our next run for Kitty May Cry. We will, however, have a short break while we are getting ready, getting everything together. So just real quick before we go on that, we are supporting QMUNITY. QMUNITY is British Columbia's Queer, Trans, and Two-Spirit Resource Center. Has helped over 13,000 people per year since 2022. A province-wide resource center for delivering programs and services and providing a safe space for two-spirit, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersexual, and asexual folks and their allies, regardless of age, location, or circumstance. Thank you so much, and we will be right back with some Kitty May Cry. right, welcome back, everyone. It is still Speedromizer Day 2. We still have 2 runs left. We will be finished roughly in an hour and a half today, but we do have 2 runs. Of course, we will be back tomorrow as well, so no need to fret. And if you would like to donate to Community, you can visit our Tiltify campaign at speedromizer.live/donate. Also find the donate link below the stream, as well as some information. You can type !donate, !schedule, get all the information that you'd like for the marathon. All of your donations are sent directly to Community. When you're donating, don't forget to put some money towards active challenges and polls. We have many active incentives going on throughout the event, all of which you can view on Tiltify. We have made all of our targets and goals for today, but you can still change how tomorrow goes if you so choose. We have a target open for Ghostland Yard to unlock the bonus run of Apocalypse World. If you'd like to see that, we are 40 Canadian dollars away. If you'd like to pick the character names for Sega Sonic the Hedgehog or Jade Cocoon, those are also available for tomorrow. So you can select money towards a target and a poll when you donate. There should be options for both of those on 2 separate tabs when you get to the donation screen. There are a couple things on there for next week as well, but we will leave them for now. Those will be a surprise unless you look ahead. Go ahead and donate. Tomorrow we've also got a category poll for Metal Gear Solid 3. European Extreme is currently leading by, let's see, quick math, $28 roughly on all Karatons. And a Karaton is a frog, I think. You have to shoot them to collect them and they croak at you. Make you unlock a special outfit if you get all of them within a run. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I do love Metal Gear Solid 3. So if you're interested in that game, there is a poll open for it for your donations.
Does that sound like something you'd be into? I believe the truth can be reality. Will you roll with that? 'Cause I want you to.
I would like to say generally as well that Speedromizer is ran entirely off of volunteers. If you think any of this stuff sounds fun between stream tech, audio tech, or hosting, or doing setup tech, or even helping people do tech checks so that they are ready before the run, the runners and the commentators. Volunteer signups will be opening up before each event. We will of course have Speedromizer 8. Most roles do not require experience, and so if you would like to come in and learn and just to see what's going on, everything is very well organized here. There are many documents that can be read through to get you in the door, and then there will be tech orientations if you're interested in the audio or the stream side. All the things that George and the wonderful people here have set up for Speedromizer would not be possible without all the volunteers. And if that sounds fun to you, please join the Discord and join the community. Join the community that supports community. Yeah, those do sound the same. And the Discord can be found at speedromizer.live/discord.
Burned me once or twice, I expect them. I just wanna know what your truth is. Will you be the one to break me out of this? I want you all to myself.
And then just another reminder as we get close to our Kitty May Cry run, Community offers British Columbia wraparound services to ensure program participants are able to access the support they need across a variety of programs and services. They have an employment program launched in 2022 designed to help two-spirit, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersexual, and asexual folks overcome barriers to employment.
So give me something to believe. Will you promise me? Will you promise me?
Oh, something about that reminded me. I'm going to ramble for a second here so you all enjoy. We had that sliding panel puzzle in the previous game. And it was actually quite funny because Derrick, who running it, of course, was just mentioning that he started playing some old school RuneScape, and some sliding puzzles were the very first game that I saw a sliding puzzle in, besides, finding one. I think it was at some kind of arcade type thing. You could win tickets and then redeem them for a sliding puzzle. But I always thought they were quite interesting. But as times have changed and old school RuneScape has been modernized, there are plugins to solve those sliding puzzles almost instantaneous. And it's interesting. I'm sure it's pretty close to the GitHub project that was found to solve that sliding puzzle.
I got you and your vibes in my mind. I can't get them out, no matter how hard I try. I need you and your heart next to mine. Yeah, I'm all about keeping it you and I. When you're here, you spark chemical reactions. Your aura strikes like lightning. Got no words, I'm just drowning in attraction. Only one way to describe it. It's electric, can you feel it? You got the only touch that takes me high. It's electric, I'm up in my feelings. Got double vision 'cause I'm up tonight. I get lost in your eyes every time. There's no turning back. Swear I ain't got a chance. Had me caught up in you since the night on the terrace. Yeah, you had me falling fast. When you're here, you spark chemical reactions. Your aura strikes like lightning. Got no words, I'm just drowning in attraction. Only one way to describe it. It's electric, can you feel it? You got the only touch that takes me high. It's electric, I'm up in
Just finishing up some last minute setup things for our next run coming up, which will be Kitty May Cry. We did just see Shark Hat on commentary for the last half of Darkness, and Shark Hat will be returning as the runner. And we will have LRF Lou as the teacher and commentary for that run. This will be all journal entries. And as Soul was saying earlier, we should be seeing quite a few, some story, some writing, some books. Some character secrets, some world secrets.
electric.
Also, I don't know if it's been mentioned before, but this is the first Speedromizer that we've had the individual separate nameplates. You see how we have on the screen here. We've got our Spyro the Dragon run, both runners, and the Otto run. Both runners and commentators there have the little different colors there. What do you all think about that? It's something that George has started to give some individualism to the runners and people that are helping out the marathon. I think it looks quite nice. I gave a couple options for mine, and I'm excited to see them. I just kind of said, you know, pick the one that will look best with the colors, and I've seen mine change a couple times now, so I'm glad to see that. Looks like the gremlins have been attacking the PC parts. We'll be shortly going to our run. And so I will read, how about one more thing? I can keep reading things for y'all. I do have a list of things. I will eventually run out, but hopefully not yet. And if I do, I will start, you know, just saying some things and some other things, and it will all work out. Speedromizer is a charity marathon with a twist. What you submit is not what you run. Tipped runners are randomly assigned a game from someone else, and they have 90 days to learn their respective game. That sounds fun. Make sure to join Discord at speedromizer.live/Discord. Let's see, even with the technical difficulties, we are running a little bit ahead of schedule. Looks like we may start on the schedule. Let's take a look at this here. Kitty May Cry. Oh, it looks a lot like the Gator game. I think it's called the Gator game, isn't it? There's a cute little bouncy friend as a backpack. Okay. No more spoiling myself. I will wait. The tech issues will be resolved.